Hello traders, welcome to today's video, Tuesday the 21st of May 2024, the day that will forever be known as when Ethereum rose from the dead to put in a 20% candle and to suddenly come back to life. So we're going to start off there by looking at this chart because, hey, it was a pretty insane move. And for any of you guys who have been following the Twitter and my positions on the Discord, on Twitter, on anything like that, you'll know I went long on Ethereum last week. So long on Ethereum here, F the haters. This was at $2,929. And yeah, since then we have seen quite a ridiculous move up. So of course the long position that I took being here. Now, full disclosure, I did close my leverage longs at the weekend. You can't really legislate for like a move like that. When you're in that, I did close out of my long position fully, but I'm still riding spot. I did buy spot down at these lows as well. So very happy with that. My spot position being more than what my leverage trade was at that stage anyway. So yeah, a little bit annoyed, a little bit salty today that maybe I didn't catch the entirety of this move up and have a nice P&L card to show you. But I did take the long last week, and I know for certain, especially over in the Discord, if we have a look there, then we've had some people making some decent profit off of this ETH long over the past few days. So congratulations to all of those in the crew who took that trade, who made good money and are now, yeah, massively up on that trade. Now, where we are right now is we have just taken out some very significant highs here on ETH. So just taken out these highs from back in April on spot, right? Okay, so if I just go anchor that, there it is. So Coinbase has taken out the highs. I have taken a little short position because of this. So I have taken a scalp short, but as of yet, we've not quite seen it follow in to take the highs on perps, or at least not here on Woo futures. However, if I was looking to trade this right now, which I am, okay, I'm in this little scalp short, just a scalp at this stage, because that was kind of the plan for today. This is very similar to what happened with Bitcoin last week. All right, you had a big impulse up, you then on the following day take out the highs to take major liquidity, and then you get a pullback. I would be looking for a move back into the anchored VWAP from the lows that we have from yesterday, and maybe even just the weekly VWAP. So if we draw that all the way back from the start of the week here, then we're looking at that weekly anchored VWAP. And what we also have is a nice area of single prints. Okay, we've got this first section. We could be looking at this just forming a range, dropping into here. But if we are to see something similar to what we saw on Bitcoin last week with a bit of a deeper correction, then a move back down to about 3,400 does look quite likely. Although I am still overall bullish on Ethereum. I do believe that this is, once again, we've seen the start of a new cycle for Bitcoin. And I do believe that this is the start of a new cycle for Ethereum as well. So having taken that long, having not held it for the entirety of the move, I do see that there's opportunity to be getting back into long positions. I'd say looking around about that 3,400 zone, if there is to be a pullback around there, you can see it's been quite a nice SR level historically. It was previous resistance. Okay, we broke through that. You could maybe extend that down somewhere around here, but yeah, certainly looking at that zone of single prints, running it just below that VWAP. And then if you do take this from the low where the trade was, you can see that VWAP, no matter kind of where you're drawing it from, whether you're going from a swing low or whether you're going from a time-based one like the weekly VWAP, it's all going to be lining up around that same area. So that's what I hope to see. That's what I would like to see on Ethereum. But going back onto the Bitcoin chart, because that's what we often do, I am looking at maybe a similar situation here. So with Bitcoin, again, we've seen a big move up. Now, yesterday it was more or less 50-50. Okay, I was concerned by this 67K area as being like the stickiest resistance in the chart. It's not an area in which you want to be opening new positions. It's an area that you would be looking to take profit, and that could have been what we were looking for here. And what I was explaining in yesterday's video is waiting for that shift up in the POC, and then either we're going to get that move back down to test and do another deep retrace like we've done previously, or we just blast through and we go up towards the highs. So overall, of course, you'll know my bias is very, very much bullish. But as soon as we did get that move back above those weekend highs, we got those closes above, that was a time for me to get out of all head short positions and just ride this higher. Now 69k, we'll go on to the chart here. Do I still have it? No, I've cleaned up my levels since then. But 69k, that previous all-time high, taking out liquidity from here, coming back into this gap that we have on the chart. That was an area of confluence. We were looking at that, but for me, and I did say this in the Discord once again, so for all of those who are in the crew, I did say, like, as soon as we pass that 67, if 67 didn't stop us, I doubt that 69 will, and I do expect this to continue going higher. And at this stage where price is at, as we speak, is this monthly level. Okay, so the previous month open. All right, major level. We did get that bearish engulfing candle last month. Are we going to get this bullish engulfing candle immediately afterwards? And what we also have is the second highest untapped daily level. So we do, of course, have that highest ever daily close on Bitcoin at 73,150. But this being that second one down. Untapped daily levels, so certainly some levels in which to be aware of. And as of yet, we had that spike up to take the highs on daily open, very similar to what we saw again last week after the last big push up. We got that rejection, caught beneath daily open at this stage, now getting caught beneath that monthly level. And if we are to see that like deeper pullback across the board, it would be a similar kind of thing. Okay, looking for a move down to around about that 69 to 69,500 here on BTC before potentially getting another leg higher. So if you are looking for dip buying opportunities, I'm looking at 3,400 on Ethereum and that 69k level on Bitcoin. If that gets lost, then suddenly it gets a bit more bearish again, and you can be looking at, okay, this has been a like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 type of thing, and then you're looking at those deeper retraces that could maybe take us all the way back down again if we do lose the 69, all the way back down to those low 60s, which would be really quite shocking and quite bearish. I don't see that as being the most likely scenario. I do believe we're going to new all-time highs from here with shallow retraces. But of course, if we do see weakness on the chart, then we have to be aware of that. So that is really the majority of what I want to be saying on Bitcoin and Ethereum. There's a few other trades in play here. So I've been relatively outspoken about the fact that I think the Solana ecosystem has topped here. I am scaling into short, slowly into a short on Sol. Now I do believe that if Bitcoin's bullish, okay, that's going to continue to drag Solana up. What I mean, I don't believe like we're looking at massive short positions. I just think as hedges against having crazy long exposure, I think the Solana ecosystem can be one that's reached a cycle top in terms of overperformance. So that means that it on moves up on the likes of Bitcoin, maybe Ethereum joining in now, Solana moves and Solana ecosystem moves are more muted, and on the moves down they have those bigger pullbacks. So a lot of the red that's on the board today are shorts that I have taken on the Sol ecosystem tokens. Now these are low risk, they're low leverage. But we're looking at Radium, we're looking at Solana, we're looking at Jupiter, short positions that I am getting into as hedges against long exposure. Another short that I've taken, I don't actually know what this is, AR, but it's swept to high, and then I'm in that short as well. So these are just hedge positions to offset some of the long exposure that I do have elsewhere within the market. On Bitcoin, for example, on JTO, is Solana ecosystem. I have taken profit on this. I am considering closing out of that now because it is, again, what I want to be using is like more of that bearish bias slightly on this. But then we've got big movers long on Woo at the moment, Tau, and certain other nice things as well. Look at that. I did have an alert on this. I actually thought this would be hitting my stop loss. I had an alert, but AR, I have to update the crew on this. We did just survive this trade. It didn't take out the lows. So just survived this trade, and that's the first take profit level here on Alt. And yeah, Woo is a similar one. I've seen that's been moving up nicely today. So again, I do need to update on this because that's approaching our first take profit level on here as well. So overall, longs going well, shorts actually profitable right now, which is quite surprising. Even the ones that are being held as a hedge, so I don't necessarily need them to be profitable. I just want them to balance things. Looking okay here. So yeah, that is the plan for myself. If we have a quick look, we can have a look at the order flow and everything else that's going on here. So funding rates have gone up again. That is natural. We no longer have the spot premium. So for a start, that spot premium has gone. This has been naturally okay when you see a move of this kind of significance, the kind of size that we've seen from this move here on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Perps have started to lead towards the end of it. That's because of short liquidations. Now, the reason for that, again, going back onto this chart just quickly, is because the greater risk to reward yesterday was for shorts, right? So you had this move up. We'd taken out these highs. You'd had those 3 spikes into the highs, and you were coming up after getting that little rejection on the Sunday back into an area of resistance again. I personally took a head short position on this. And that was just, again, like, see how things go. But what happens is people that have no risk management, right, they get a candle like this, they don't exit their positions, then it's liquidations, it's stop losses, it's a cascade of all of that, mainly from perpetual traders, from perps traders, getting stopped, getting liquidated, creating even more fuel for the move higher. And that is subsequently why we have seen a very clean break through 69k and now consolidating above that 70k region at the moment. So this is, yeah, naturally why we would see that spot premium go, because there were significant liquidations, stops and everything being hit as people did get overexposed into shorts without good risk management in place. Now, if we're looking at things locally here, again, we can see that we are starting to form some bearish divergence. All right, so price is not continuing higher, yet perpetuals are still a little bit too bullish here. This is why I do think we could see a short-term pullback. We do have spot cooling off. So whether that means Bitcoin also comes and takes the highs once more, we just get that final sweep of the highs, again, similar to last week, and then we drop down, or whether Ethereum taking those highs is significant enough, and we get the drop down from here. I am overall looking at some kind of corrective move from after yesterday. And yeah, that would just let's let perps cool off. Let's settle this down somewhat, and then we can start to build back up that open interest and everything that we need to do in order to take the next leg up. Similar situation on here. If we go on to CoinGlass and we have a look at the chart there. Then we can see, okay, this move down, this move up, sorry, being cascade of shorts being liquidated, a big spike in CVD at the highs, and then we got that weakness as we didn't get that follow through with the delta, and now they're starting to taper off. Okay, we're building open interest up slowly, more long positions. So yeah, something kind of corrective. Everything leading up towards that. If we do continue higher, then it's incredibly bullish. Okay, because it's not. It's just. Allowing longs to continue to be profitable, which would be very, very bullish. So yeah, that is everything I got to say. Above here, it is price discovery. So if we break through this level, it's just 2 highs left to be taken. I would imagine they'd get taken pretty quickly. So last line in the sand for any bears, if they do want to dump this all the way back down here. I think that's unlikely. Let's consolidate for a little bit, and then we can be looking for new highs towards the end of the week. So on that note, I am going to wrap it up. Have a great day. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button and do all of those lovely things. Share this with your friends, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Bye-bye.